Welcome to Freganomics Part 2, the structure. In this video, we'll take a closer look at Frega's structure, the revenue streams, the costs, and the anticipated returns when using the platform, and how and why it is able to facilitate financial solutions that have never been available before. What is unique about Frega's structure within the financial services industry is that it is a true DAO. A DAO, or DAO, is a decentralized autonomous organization. This is a new business structure that is only possible thanks to the advent of Web 3.0 and blockchain thinking. Frega is decentralized in that it is owned and run by an ever-increasing number of individuals scattered all around the world. It is autonomous in that it runs programmatically, has no employees, and that while it was initially the brainchild of one man, it has been developed by a dedicated team of private individuals to increasingly have a life of its own, and evolve through the input of those who may not have even heard of it yet. And it is an organization by virtue of the fact that everyone making use of its services is both a member and part owner of everything under its umbrella. So Frega is also a cooperative. As explained in the Frega World video, Frega's revenue streams are diverse and growing by the day, because Frega is a system or platform on which an ever-growing number of services and applications is available, and you, as a member and part owner of Frega, benefit from this growing library of revenue streams, which is why every day a growing number of micropayments from around the world lands in your account. Some examples of these revenue streams include transaction fees, completion fees, commissions, royalties, advertising revenues, booking fees, and subscriptions. Because Frega is a DAO, its costs are relatively modest. They include programming, servicing, and hosting fees, and they also include a budget for freelance mentors and global support. Unlike in bricks and mortar companies, however, these costs are totally scalable and are only incurred in direct proportion to the level of use and revenues generated. So now let's look at the returns you can make by way of using the Frega platform. So far we see that Frega is an international cooperative with modest costs and a growing number of revenue streams, contributing to a growing number of micropayments that make up the daily passive income that you are receiving as part owner of the system. So far so good. Now here is where everything changes thanks to the combination of the actuarial mathematics developed over decades by the insurance industry, blockchain technology, and a Web 3.0 architecture. With these developments, we no longer look at the individual transactions in isolation. We can stop looking at the bottlenecks and insufficiencies when considering finance, and instead look at the total volume of revenues as a whole. And if we do that, we see that there are always ways to keep money circulating. Remember, in times of boom or bust, there is never any more or less revenue in the world. It's just that during the bust, someone has put a kink in the hose and the cash has stopped flowing. With that in mind, let's now look at your daily passive income and consider something called an underpin. In economics, an underpin is something that offers a degree of certainty. Your passive income is the result of an enormous amount of micropayments from a huge array of transactions in multiple countries all around the world every day. So if a company that has been contributing to your passive income suddenly goes bust, it really makes no difference, because it was only responsible for a tiny fraction of 1% anyway, and even if a whole country fails, you are still benefiting from all the others. So again, there is little to no impact. Therefore, thanks to the global nature of Frega, your daily passive income carries with it a high degree of certainty, and this means it can be used as an underpin for future calculations. The next piece of the puzzle that must be considered is company value. A company's value may be estimated by using a multiple of its size times its annual gross profit. So if in year one it has 1 million users and $10 million margin, it might be said to have a value of $50 million. But by just doubling the number of users and annual margin, the company value could easily multiply fourfold. The important thing to notice here is that the revenue only went up $10 million. But in conjunction with the growth in users, that $10 million added a huge $150 million to the value. So money in the hands of an individual does not necessarily have the same value it does when it enters a company. And Frega's actuarial mathematics takes this into account. Remember, you are part owner of the company, so you can benefit from your share of the growth in the company value. So now we know that the company structure is a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization. We know about the multiple growing revenue streams, we know that the costs are modest, and that the value of the daily passive income we receive as part owners of Frega has a high degree of certainty. We also know that because of this stability, those passive incomes can be used to underpin financial calculations, and that $1 for a private individual could be worth $15 or $20 in the hands of a company or cooperative like Frega. In the next video, we will look at how your daily passive income is used as an underpin to unlock a cascade of financial benefits. Thank you.